Stop buying daylilies if you have cats. Just a few petals can trigger acute kidney failure, and the garden centre will never warn you. But don't panic. In the next 11 minutes, I'll hand you 9 gorgeous perennials, every single one confirmed non-toxic to dogs and cats by the ASPCA's Animal Poison Control database. Plus, a 10-second trick to tell each one apart from its toxic twin. And stick around to the end, because one plant on this list looks almost exactly like a poison, deadly enough to stop a heart, and yet it's completely safe. I'll tell you which one at the very end, so don't go anywhere. There's an old gardener's saying that a pretty flower is still a weed if it hurts the hound. And folks, that's the whole problem right there. Chuckle. It isn't that toxic plants exist, it's that they look exactly like the safe ones. Monkshood looks like Liatris. Foxglove looks like Penstemon. Lavender looks like Catmint. Nobody at the checkout is going to pull you aside and explain the difference. So let's skip the confusing Latin names and get straight to it. Grab a pen. Write these down. Before we start, here's why so many pet owners get burned. 3 mistakes, plain and simple. 1. They trust the plant label, which almost never mentions pet safety. 2. They buy on looks alone, and the toxic twin is usually the prettier one. 3. They assume that natural means safe, when some of the most popular cottage plants are the most dangerous. Dodge those 3, and you're already ahead of most of the neighborhood. Plant number 1, Black-Eyed Susan, confirmed non-toxic to dogs and cats. And this is the perfect moment to show you the one free tool that settles any plant forever. The ASPCA's online plant database. You type in a plant name, and if it comes back non-toxic to dogs and non-toxic to cats, you're good. Takes 10 seconds, no tools needed. Now, the toxic twin for Black-Eyed Susan is sneezeweed. Both have those classic yellow daisy petals with a dark middle. Here's your 10-second check. Look at the center button. Black-Eyed Susan has a flat, dark brown eye. Sneezeweed has a raised, dome-shaped yellow-green center. Inhale. If that button looks like it's popping up toward you, leave it on the shelf. A quick word on what non-toxic actually means here. Per the ASPCA, it means the plant won't cause organ damage or serious illness. Any plant can upset a pet's stomach if they gobble a big mouthful, but that's a world away from a vet emergency. And just so we're clear, this is educational, not veterinary advice. When in doubt, call your vet. Plant number 2, Coral Bells, confirmed safe for dogs and cats. Its toxic look-alike is Coleus, and they're often sitting right next to each other because both are grown for colourful foliage. Here's your 10-second check, and you don't need any tools. Look at the leaf and feel the stem. Coral Bells has a rounded, maple-lobed leaf with a soft, scalloped edge. Coleus has a more pointed, toothed leaf, and here's the giveaway. Coleus has a square stem. Coral Bells doesn't. Plant number 3, Penstemon, safe for dogs and cats. Watch out for Foxglove, because Foxglove is seriously toxic. Size. It carries compounds that can throw off the heart's rhythm. Both grow tall spikes of tubular flowers, So here's your trick. Peek inside one flower. Penstemon has a fuzzy little stripe or tongue inside the throat. Foxglove is smooth and spotted inside. Fuzzy inside means Penstemon, means safe. Plant number 4, Astilbe, safe for dogs and cats. And I need to be straight with you here because its twin, yarrow, is toxic to dogs and cats per the ASPCA, and it's sold right alongside Astilbe in the cottage garden section. Both have feathery, airy plumes. Here's why the shape matters. Astilbe stands upright and dense like a soft feather. Yarrow's flower head is flat on top, like a little plate. Flat top means yarrow means put it back. Quick check-in, M. If you're just joining us, or skipping around, here's where we are. 9 perennials, every one, confirmed safe by the ASPCA, each with a 10-second trick to dodge its toxic twin. And number 8 is the one that looks like a heart-stopping poison, so hang tight for that. Now plant number 5. Echinacea, also called purple coneflower, safe for dogs and cats. And here's a fun one. This is the plant the monarch butterflies swarm in late summer. So you get a safe yard and a living pollinator magnet in one. Its twin is sneezeweed again. Both have daisy-like flowers with a big center. The trick? Gently squeeze the center cone. Echinacea's cone is spiky and prickly, almost like a tiny hedgehog. Sneezeweed's center is smooth and round. Prickly cone means echinacea means safe. Plant number 6. Catmint, safe for dogs and cats. Its twin surprises people. Lavender. Sighs. I know lavender has such a wholesome reputation, but it's toxic to both dogs and cats per the ASPCA. Both have purple-blue flowers and grey-green foliage, so feel the leaf. Catmint has a broad, soft, slightly hairy leaf with a scalloped edge, almost like a fuzzy basil leaf. Lavender has narrow, needle-like leaves with smooth edges. Broad and hairy means catmint, means safe. Plant number 7. Salvia, safe for dogs and cats. Watch for lupin, since both throw up tall spikes in purple-blue. So, roll the stem between your fingers. Salvia has a square stem. You can feel the corners, and its flowers are two-lipped, like a little open mouth. Lupin has a round stem and pea-shaped blooms. Square stem plus two-lipped flower means salvia, means safe. Plant number 8. Liatris, also called blazing star. And here's the answer to the question I promised you at the start. Its twin is Monkshood, and this is the one. Monkshood carries aconitine, one of the most potent plant toxins on Earth. It can paralyze the nerves and the heart, and it can be fatal. From across the garden centre, its tall purple spikes can look startlingly like Liatris. Trust me on this one, because it really matters. Here's your 10-second check. Look at the individual flowers. Liatris has tiny, feathery, bottle brush florets that open from the top down like a purple torch lighting up, with no real shape to each one. Monkshood has a clear hood or helmet on each flower, like a little bishop's hat. And the leaves, Liatris has narrow, grassy leaves, while Monkshood leaves are deeply lobed, almost like a maple. Feathery bottle brush with no hood means Liatris, means safe. That's it. That's the plant that looks like a heart-stopping poison but is perfectly safe for your dogs and your cats. Plant number 9. Bee balm. Safe for dogs and cats. Its twin is lantana, which is toxic and can damage the liver. Both have round, colourful flower heads, so here's the trick. Crush a leaf and give it a smell. Bee balm is in the mint family, so it smells like oregano or mint. Rain or shine, unmistakable. Lantana smells sharp and unpleasant. And check the stem. Bee balm has a square stem, another mint family tell. Lantana's is round, often with tiny thorns. Plant a patch of bee balm and your neighbours will be leaning over the fence asking what it is, while your dog naps safely underneath. So there it is, 9 perennials, 9 toxic twins, and a 10-second trick for each one using leaf shape, stem shape, or smell. You don't need a green thumb for this. You just need to know your 9 safe plants cold. Now here's the thing. There are 9 plants and 9 twins in this video, and nobody remembers all 18 while they're standing in a busy garden centre. So do this right now. Save this video. Tap the save button so you can pull this list up on your phone right there in the aisle when it actually counts. And that plant that looks like a poison, deadly enough to stop a heart? Liatris. Blazing star. Completely safe for your dogs and your cats. Now you know. Happy gardening!